Hi, I'm Hunter, and this is Transcera, a biotech company with a new approach to biologic medicines. Biologics, drugs like Humira, revolutionized treatment of chronic diseases from Crohn's to cancer and created a nearly $400 billion market. But there's a problem. Biologics are large, complex molecules, which are not naturally absorbed in the gut. Unlike small molecule drugs like aspirin, biologics have to be injected or infused, which is costly, painful, and inconvenient. Many patients won't stick with a biologic treatment long term, and some won't take one at all. Pharma companies have been trying to solve this problem and enable oral biologics for years. The most common approaches involve opening up holes in the intestinal barrier so that drug molecules can leak across. But these approaches don't work very well, leading to very low levels of absorption, usually less than 1%. We have a better solution. We're using a type of lipid molecule as a molecular vehicle to ferry biologic drug molecules across the intestinal barrier by going through the cells that comprise that barrier into the bloodstream on the other side. This is a naturally occurring active transport pathway, which we expect to have both efficacy and safety advantages over those competing, more passive approaches described before. The discovery stems from 30 years of research by Harvard Medical School professor and Transcera co-founder, Dr. Wayne Lenser. The intellectual property is covered by 3 patents, which Transcera is in the process of licensing. And we know the technology works. This study, done in mice, looked at a drug called GLP-1, which is typically given to diabetes patients by a weekly injection. In this graph, the yellow dots are showing you that if you feed GLP-1 to a mouse orally, none of it gets into the bloodstream. But if you take that drug and you fuse it to our lipid vehicle and then give it to mice orally, as the light blue dots are showing, you end up seeing similar levels of bioavailability or absorption into the bloodstream as you do when that drug is injected, which is a truly unprecedented result. Not only do we have extremely strong data, we have the best possible team to develop this technology for commercial use. In addition to Dr. Lenser, our science is led by Justin Wolf, who led peptide drug discovery at Raw Pharma and UCB, following his PhD in biochemistry at MIT. And I commercialized biologics for autoimmune diseases at Eli Lilly and Company before leaving to pursue an MBA at Harvard Business School. This is a platform technology which we plan to apply for the delivery of therapeutic peptides, proteins, and even oligonucleotides across a range of chronic diseases. But we're going to start by focusing on oral peptide drugs for type 2 diabetes and obesity. And here's why. There are already more than 33 million diabetics in the US today, almost half of whom are going to need a biologic. About a quarter of those are likely to be prescribed an injectable peptide drug. That market already represents more than $12 billion. And with all the injectable peptide drugs in clinical trials today, we know that market will more than double over the next 5 years. In the next 6 months, we're going to demonstrate the safety and efficacy of our newly simplified commercial version of our platform in mice and rats. As of last night, we're one of the winners of Novo Nordisk's Golden Ticket competition, which gives us a year of free bench space at Boston's premier lab, Lab Central in Kendall Square. We're actively seeking industry partners and would appreciate any warm introductions. Thank you for listening. We hope you'll join us in our mission to unlock the potential of biologic medicines for patients living with chronic disease. Thank you.